I'm Trash Man Gamer, and this is the only time you're ever going to get an intro out of me because this is hard news to swallow. Recently, Screw Attack died, and I feel really bad for it. Granted, it hasn't been alive for the last few years because it's literally been death battle, which I haven't watched in years because it's just, I don't care for it. Just yesterday, I believe, if you go onto their Twitter, you'll see that they have, they pretty much killed Screw Attack. It's now known as Death Battle, which really, yeah, sure, whatever. It makes me really sad because Screw Attack I've been around with for a very, very long time. I myself, obviously, with a lot of people out there, found Screw Attack back in the 2006, 2007, and it was part of that just that subset of mid-2000s gaming stuff that existed, like that, Mega 64, Angry Video Game Nerd, and shit like that, or Angry Video Nerd. No, not really. It's not really the same sort of thing. Actually, Game Trailers, I guess, would be the closest thing to it. But it was mostly websites I went on to get information for games and laugh at things, because that was fun. But it's interesting to see all the shows that Screw Attack had over the years. I kind of didn't realize it for a while, and I'm looking through this list right now. I'm looking through the Rooster Teeth wiki, which is one of those things too where I forgot that Rooster Teeth sucked them up, and hell, actually, that's the same thing too. Rooster Teeth was around back then. Like, they were pretty much primarily only Red versus Blue. Back like in 2003? Jesus. I'm feeling my internet age so hard right now. I'm like an internet age of 150. But on my Twitch, I'm going to be streaming some of their older stuff. I don't know when. I really don't know when. I want to see if I can collect as much of it as I can. I don't have too much hard drive space to just sit there and suck up movies and all sorts of other stuff. But it's just really, really sad. Like, it's that part of the internet. We lost a whole bunch of shit. We lost Game Trailers. We lost, Screw Attack. We lost, shoot, what the hell else went out recently? Something else went out recently. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's like, I feel this great just sense of loss, and it's just like, man, rest in peace. Over the years, Screw Attack put out some dumb shit, but they also put out a bunch of cool shit that, like, I'd probably have to go back and watch again, but I think I remember liking it back then, and who knows, it might still be cool. But I'm looking at a list of their shows, and it's seeing the names is just bringing back memories, because it's 2019. They launched Screw Attack in 2006, 2006, and from what I can see, just about like a week, two or fro. I don't know if that's how I would really say it, but it's been just about 13 years since they started. But most of the stuff I and a lot of people are probably going to remember is most of their shows that existed from 2006 to about 2010, which is like their golden age. Everything after that is like shows that are hanging on. People left because of management shit. They didn't like someone. I don't know. I really wasn't following too much of it. It was moreover just the fact of like, oh, well, this doesn't exist anymore. These people left, and that show is gone now. But I'm looking through, and we got Side Scrollers, which was their weekly podcast. I don't really remember too much. I wasn't really into listening to podcasts too much, although there's a whole bunch of stuff I watch now that are like videos, and it's like, this could easily just be a podcast. And I was doing that for a while. I was just downloading other people's, like, I don't know why they bother having video of them when it's just like, I could just as easily just listen to this as audio. But I guess podcasts aren't as popular now or whatever. Who knows? I'm an old man on the internet. I don't know these newfangled things. Video Game Vault, which was, I can't remember his name. I'm going to have a lot of trouble remembering names. But they'd take a game and they'd review it and they'd explain why it was so precious to put into the vault. And I remember they had a bunch of good ones. They had a few bad ones. And I can't think off my head which one. There was one I was just like, this one's too shitty for the vault. Unaware Steve, who just went around asking questions because he hadn't played a game since 1992. And that was his stick. He'd ask people just like random questions. Metal Gear Pen, which was a live action series with Ben, who was on the site, and it was a parody of Metal Gear Solid. That was always fun. But I'm pretty sure it probably doesn't hold up at all. especially Life in a Game. That probably does not hold up well. Oh, jeez. That's so old. It's probably like 2007 to 2009. The Scoop, ran by Ben Singer, and highlighted pros and cons on video games. Basic review stuff. I remember there was a few of these that was just like different parts of the site doing reviews, but kind of in their own style. Hard news. Yeah, I know, the intro. Video game news. What else do you need to know? It was Justin, I think. I can't remember his last name, but I think it's. I'm pretty damn sure I remember his first name being Justin. Life in a Game, who was one another. I had a phone. All right. Live action series that followed a guy who interacted with video game characters. His life turned into a video game. He'd hang out with like Frog from Chrono Trigger and Star Fox and stuff. It was interesting, but it was one of those things where it was like, again, like I said before, I'm damn sure it doesn't hold up. Name tags. I don't really remember that at all. Follows the daily life of a video game store employee. Oh boy. And this is like late 2000s. That's going to have like that was a thing. That was a thing. Everyone worked at a video game store. That was a GameStop, and they hated their jobs, so they were the snarky asshole who told off customers and didn't get fired. I would do that though, because seriously, some people need to shut up. Digital Forecast, which provided a rundown of several video game trailers that were shown during the week. And I'm pretty sure that was, in the late 2000s, probably, or give or take, early 2010s. That was more than likely like a lot of stuff every like few weeks. Because I remember a lot of games just getting released. Now it's just depressing because it's like you can't do that now because no one puts out video game trailers anymore. Like, if we ever see trailers, the company itself puts it out, or it'll be a game that's like coming out in a week, and they'll put out like, a final trailer for it. Like, here, buy the game, it comes out soon. And but throughout the year, like, Nintendo has their directs. Sony and Microsoft and EA and Ubisoft stick with E3 for showing off trailers for the most part. And I can't find a reason that like a show like this could possibly exist. I guess it'd be the sort of thing where it'd be like trying to remind me of like, well, maybe I'll just get into that in another quote unquote video. I know I don't have any actual footage, but for the most part, I can't record footage. Well, I mean, I can. You probably might have seen I have Resident Evil 2 videos trying to run it on my computer. It looks terrible. But I can't actually record or do anything off my computer because my computer's ancient as all hell. So once I get that situated, I will definitely have that done up. Maybe I will actually have footage. But I don't know. I can't think of too many like videos, like trailers and such. But like most games now are just like, I can't watch a trailer and get excited anymore. Except when it comes to E3 or like a Sony or Microsoft conference or Ubisoft or whatever. I can only get excited because like they're showing them back to back to back, and I'll have something to talk about, with friends and such. But that'll be another thing. That went on for a while. Let's see. Reborn or Retro, which is a series where they compared two games of the same series. One being retro, something old, NES, SNES, and the other being a recent reboot. This will be something good to bring back because recently we got Resident Evil. We got Resident Evil 2. And interestingly, I wouldn't want to say I still like the original Resident Evil because you can't beat that voice acting. And I feel like the original has the better plot and story rather than the reboot, which is a good game overall. Don't fucking get me wrong on that. That's easily, like, my lowest grade I can give that is like an 8.5. And my reason for knocking off 1.5 points is mostly due to the fact that they did the whole A-B plot shit wrong. Like, Leon's A and Leon's B are different on the PS1 version. They follow the same structure, but the outcome is like different. You fight a different boss, that sort of thing. In Leon A on the reboot, it's like he ends up fighting two bosses that he shouldn't technically be fighting. But whatever. That's something that can easily be brought back because they've been doing this stuff for a while, bringing back franchises and such. The Armory, yeah, the series ran by Destin. Yeah, Destin. That was his name. Reviews several video game weapons, which I remember was pretty cool because he remembered a lot of stuff. Mostly, I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff was pitched at him by staff and such. But, like, you got stuff in there like the BFG, which everyone was, but then you got stuff that was like lesser known, like the Cerebral Bore from Turok 2. That thing kicked ass. Drills into their head and then explodes. It's amazing. I like that series. I wish that kept going, but after a while, you run out of weapons. Let's see. Totally Screwed, which was, I remember this was, they used WWE All-Stars and fought Screw Attack members against each other, which was always neat. And I think towards, like, after so many episodes, they had a Royal Rumble or something. That could be wrong. I can't remember too much, but I remember it was fun. Clip of the week, which was a live action series where a random commercial scene or clip was shown, followed by a skit based on that clip, which I remember sometimes was funny, but most of the times wasn't, because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's probably just me. I don't find that stuff funny too much, but sometimes it can be funny if I find it funny, but that's, my own taste. Great moments in video game history. Series where iconic moments from gaming history are showcased, which I don't remember. Out of the Box, where they unboxed and played a tile shortly after release, which is the worst thing that you could ever do. I could see why a show like that would be shelved, especially once you hit about 2014, 2015. I'm pretty sure it was done earlier than that, though, because once you get to a certain point, why do that? Unboxing it's fine to whatever. I think it's kind of dumb because they show you everything that's in that collection anyway. It's not like you have it if you can't get it. But it's like, oh, well, they play the game for a while and give you their first impressions. Oh, well, really? Well, guess what? I also bought that game. It's much easier. Once you hit about 2015, you might as well just stream the damn game. And I'm pretty sure that's what they did, because that's what a lot of people do. As soon as a new game comes out, they start streaming. And it's a better way to get an impression on how the game looks and plays, but really only if the person's actually good at the game. If someone's bad at the game, it just gets hard to watch, and you want to smash your head against the wall. Screw Attack Live, a live Let's Play series in which the staff plays a random selection of games, which is interesting, but at the same time, the games, I don't remember watching too much of it, but it's that sort of thing of Let's Play. Let's Plays haven't been a thing for a while, I don't think. I mean, everybody streams now. Even me. But it's like, I don't know, man. Let's Plays I feel are like dumb, archaic things, since anyone can stream with recent consoles. So it's just like, what's the point of calling it a Let's Play? That's such an old thing. Jesus Christ. I remember when that was new. I remember when that was a something awful thing. Real trailers in which they made their own trailers for various video games with sarcasm and brutal honesty, and I remember some of those being good, because some games deserve it. Some games really do deserve it. The Industry, which was another live action series focusing on Sean Boland and his exploits around the Screw Attack office. This one I do remember. Not a lot, but I do remember enjoying it. Mostly because a lot of the times, whenever people end up getting enough stuff to actually have an office, you never really see around the office. You just kind of see whatever they have set up for whatever, video they're going to do. But sometimes it's neat to see stuff happening around the office. And then they had Reasons We Love and Reasons We Hate, where they list off reasons why they like the game, character, developer, etc., etc. And then Reasons We Hate was the opposite, in which Evil Craig would list off the reasons why he hated the same thing. And Craig was such a cornerstone of a lot of that stuff. I can't believe, he left for his reasons. which I'm not going to get into because I'm pretty sure that's been covered a million times. But like, whenever I think of it, Craig's the guy I remember. And it just kind of, it sucks when you watch something with him and you wonder, oh, what happened to him? And he's not here anymore. Is it good? Screw Attack's poke at arbitrary nature of video game reviews, followed by a random video clip to serve as a rating. I don't remember it. And then you had the best and worst ever, which was staff members and guests discussing their favorite or least favorite examples of certain stuff. I do remember it. Again, I can't really recall a specific one, but I remember some of them. Again, some of them were enjoyable, some of them weren't. 5 Fun Facts, weekly series which brought viewers facts about popular video game franchises. A lot of stuff people might not know, but me, I lived with video games for as long as I've known them. There's much I don't not know. And don't correct my English, god damn it. I understand what I'm saying. And then the last thing was Available Now, which was a podcast where they discussed recently released video games, which is literally what a lot of people do, possibly including me at some point, but I doubt it, because seriously, do you really need me to tell you how good or bad a game is? It's up to you to decide how good or bad a game is. Except for those games that are obviously good and people are saying that they're bad, they're obviously lying fucking assholes. Yeah, I said it. You know it. But, so this is getting a little long in the tooth. Gonna have to cut it down. Rest in peace, Screw Attack, 2006 to 2019. Had a good run. Had a real good run. And, yeah. I'd do the Screw Attack thing, but I'd probably get fined by Nintendo or something.